The Resilience Across Borders podcast is intended for education, support, and inspiration. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer any professional, medical, or health advice. If you are dealing with or suffering from any psychological or medical conditions, please seek help from a qualified health professional. Hello and welcome back to Resilience Across Borders podcast. I'm your host, Rachid, and in today's episode is inspired by my most recent trip and one of many previous and similar ones and experiences with travel over the years. So we're going to talk about the best tips for long distance travel, flights, layovers, basically how to stay sane, comfortable, and even productive on long trips. So whether you're crossing time zones for business, family, or exploring a dream destination, long distance travel can take a toll on your body, mind, and mood. The combination of hours in transit, security checks, unpredictable layovers, and jet lag can make even the most exciting journey feel like an endurance test and sometimes a patience test. So here are some of the best strategies and reminders to help you arrive as refreshed, as organized, and ready as possible to just enjoy your trip, especially when navigating long flights and layovers. So number one, prepare smart and pack smart. Organize your carry-on and essentials like you'll need them in flight, not just as you're at your destination. With some of these things you're going to need on the plane, you're going to need probably at the airport. Use packing cubes to separate in-flight essentials or any other form that lets you separate out what you're going to need in flight. Example, essentials like chargers, snacks, eye masks, headphones, so you don't have to rummage mid-flight. I myself have a checklist that I refer to before travel each time. And then also you can keep a change of clothes and toiletries in your carry-on in case of a long layover, or also the lost luggage that happens still. You can also include a refillable water bottle or mini first aid kit and a lightweight scarf. It can double as a blanket or pillow if you don't like to carry one of those neck supporting ones at least. So number two, master the art of layering. You can wear layers to adapt to varying temperatures in airports and planes. You could probably start with a breathable base layer and then maybe add a hoodie or cardigan or comfortable jacket or whatever, a packable down jacket or scarf. Also, compression socks can prevent swelling and reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis on long flights. Also, this especially when flying between climates, going from winter to summer after a long trip. This tip comes in really handy and makes a difference. Number three, hydration is survival. So drink water frequently, avoid or limit alcohol, and limit caffeine. So you can bring herbal tea bags or electrolyte packets and ask for hot or cold water on the flight accordingly, whichever you need. And if you need to, set a phone timer to remind yourself to sip water every hour or so. Because even a slight drop in hydration can affect your mood, it can affect your digestion, and it can affect your overall energy levels. Number four, move and stretch regularly. Prevent stiffness and poor circulation with either in-seat movements or combined with aisle walks. Of course, when safe to do, but don't get yelled at by trying to do this while the seatbelt sign is on. But seriously, for your safety. Also, there are some examples. You can do simple ankle rolls, and neck stretches, and shoulder shrugs every hour. You can walk the aisle every 2 or 3 hours, especially during overnight flights. You can also use apps like that help you stretch or that have different stretches you can use during that, or you can look up videos that offer great plane-friendly stretches that you can follow. Or if you prefer a book, stretches or something like that. Number five, sleep smarter, not just longer. Create a sleep conducive environment as much as you can control, of course, even in economy class, especially with international flights. Usually even the economy class, the seats are comfy enough and there's entertainment and there is decent amount of room. If it helps you to use a sleep mask, noise canceling headphones, neck pillow, and any safe sleep inducing supplements, if of course consulted, if advised by a healthcare provider. Also, if when it makes sense, choose a window seat, but of course only if you don't need frequent bathroom visits for an interrupted rest, and bring your own blanket also if hygiene is a concern. Also, avoiding heavy meals and screen time at least 30 minutes before trying to sleep. This is always like relevant to sleep anywhere you are. 6, plan for productive layovers. So make the most of your layover with relaxation, work, or movement, whichever one you need, or a combination thereof, depending on how long the layover is. There is ways to find out where there are lounges. So you can use apps like Priority Pass, or you can check your credit card benefits to see if one of the credit cards you have includes lounge access. If not, in most international airports especially, there are lounges you can just pay to access, and it's very reasonable. Also, airline ones, if you have qualifying frequent flyer status, to access the airport lounges for Wi-Fi, food, and rest. If you have more than 5 hours, explore the city with a shortcut or short local tour. Many airports offer guided layover tours, but of course, never risk missing your next flight. Always keep essentials, ID, and charges with you. Never assume checked luggage access during long layovers, not to mention risk of lost or delayed luggage that we know still happens. So again, be prepared for that. 7, eat light and wisely. Choose meals that are easy to digest and won't upset your system or your stomach mid-flight. Getting the runs is already uncomfortable even at home, let alone in any public spaces, and especially in flights. So avoid overly salty or too rich foods. Bring simple snacks like nuts, dried fruit, or healthy protein bars. You can also request meals if you need to. Like example, some people want or need low sodium, or just need a vegetarian meal. If you have special nutritional needs, this also helps keep your energy stable and digestion smooth while in the air. 8, beat jet lag before it starts. So you can adjust your internal clock a few days before a departure, especially if it's a big difference in time zones. You can start shifting your sleep and meal schedule by 1 or 2 hours each day toward your destination time, especially if you're going to be there for a good while. And once on board, you can set your watch if you rely heavily on the watch. Most of the phones will adjust automatically once you get to destination, but you can do it manually too if you like, to your destination's time, and then you can start acting accordingly and preparing yourself for that. And of course, as always, light exposure is key. Try to get sunlight upon arrival if you feel tired, and of course if it is possible. So number 9, entertainment with intention. Bring a mix of engaging, relaxing, and sleep-inducing activities. You can download a favorite audiobook or a movie or podcast and offline playlists in advance if you prefer not to rely on just in-flight entertainment options. Not to mention that it is not unheard of that sometimes the entertainment system can be down every now and then. I've experienced this a few times over the years. You can pack a journal or travel-themed coloring book to decompress and reflect. Whatever works for you. You know yourself better. So variety helps you stay entertained without over-relying on screens as well. That can be tiring. And number 10, stay calm and patient. I know this is easier said than done sometimes, but mentally preparing for delays, long lines, and unexpected changes does make a great deal. Expect the best, but also be prepared for the sometimes inevitable inconveniences that can and do and will happen in these types of situations. If it's helpful to you, download mindfulness or meditation apps like Calm, Insight Timer, or Headspace. There are many others for short breathing exercises. You can also bring a small notebook for gratitude lists or reflections to keep your mindset grounded. The more things in your toolbox, the better, of course, without overpacking. But a flexible attitude often makes the biggest difference in how stressful travel feels. Also, learn to use breathing and the vagus nerve relaxation techniques as a remote control to calm yourself down. So, long distance travel is part strategy, part mindset. With the right tools, habits, and flexibility, you can transform exhausting transit into a smoother, more enjoyable experience. Think of it as part of your journey, not just as a means to an end. So as always, thank you for tuning into the Resilience Across Borders podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, please review it, please like it, give us some feedback, because that helps other people find it, and that also encourages us to keep making more podcasts and episodes that are beneficial to you. You can also pick up a copy of the companion journal called Emo Gym. It's available on Amazon. It's spelled EMOGYM. The blog post and the new episodes are always listed at resilience.com. And then, of course, you can listen to this and share this and bookmark it or do what you need to do. And maybe listen to it when you're about to travel. So remember to be kind to yourself and others and stay resilient.